cares what you think? Everyone you know is doing it. So what? So what? Who cares what you think? Everyone you know is doing it. The skeletons you try to hide get you in the end. The truth shines through in all your lies, but you still pretend. Can't fake it, deny it. You try to fight it. The skeletons you try to hide get you in the end. Just one last flashback, face plan, something that you could have learned and didn't. You know it's gonna make the story great, and one we all can hate. So what? So what? Who cares what you think? Everyone you know is doing it. So what? So what? Who cares what you think? Everyone you know is doing it. The skeletons you try to hide get you in the end. The truth shines through with all your lies, but you still pretend. Can't fake it, deny it. You try to fight it. The skeletons you try to hide get you in the end.
Hey, all right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the new intro. Worked pretty hard on that. I spent a few hours making that to the tune of G's sweet, delicious riffs.
Yep. Banging riffs they are as well.
Indeed.
I confused the shit out of myself then. I muted so I could listen to the fucking intro. And then I was like, why can I hear Nick twice?
You're like, whoa, echo,
It's my
echo.
first day on YouTube.
Okay, Mo, we'll get you caught up to speed in no time. So, welcome, one and all. This is episode 6 of season 4, however you want to word it. I've lost track of how many actual episodes this is, but we've done several hundred shows. Isn't that crazy? I think that's crazy.
It's a lot.
Several hundred. We've been at it for over, 5 years now?
Yep.
And
I know.
we've been through so much together. We've been through a worldwide pandemic. We've been through several different host changes and schedule changes, and
I disappeared for a while and then came back again.
I mean, yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. And all the life events that have happened over the past few years, and yet we're still here, and you guys in chat are still here as well, and I love you guys for that.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, here we are once again on the screen to talk about nothing for an hour.
That's good fun.
Actually, just learned. I was like reminiscing about old video games, and I was like, I wonder if you could play old video game with an emulator or something. I wanted to play NHL 95 because that's one that I fondly remember from the Super NES. Or what did you guys call it? The Famicom?
SNES.
Was it you had SNES?
Yeah,
We had
SNES.
Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was one that I really loved on Super Nintendo. So I looked it up, and apparently you can play Super Nintendo games for free online. So I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
It takes a few minutes to load, but that's pretty cool. It's like
I
Flash
remember-
games.
I remember when I was young, my sister used to have the original Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
But we never had the Super Nintendo.
I never had any console until my sister got the original Xbox, and then a year later or so, I bought the PlayStation with my own money. I had to mow lawns and rake leaves and do all this chores and housework and everything else to be able to afford it. but I finally got my PlayStation 1. Ah,
Hell yeah.
I remember it fondly.
See, Mo never had to mow lawns. He was just too busy digging the furrows. Just going along the
Fuck
fucking
off.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? That's why we have like such good drainage in the UK. Is just digging
You know,
trenches along the road.
it was probably his brother standing there grabbing hold of his feet and Mo just running along on his hands digging.
Oh.
You can
But-
stop laughing as well.
All right, let's go over everyone in chat. Everyone post something in chat. Ready, go. Gonna try to get caught up here. We have the lovely Jane Dodd, sponsor of the show. Don't forget to use the code. What is the code? What's your favorite cheese for 20% off everything, including the new line of I don't know what to call them every time. It's like skincare products, but it's like health and beauty stuff. Let's see. She's got all sorts of stuff. Lotions, bath bombs. We've got lip balm, foot balm. We've got beard oil, all that good stuff. The skincare naturally line. That's what it is. Such an idiot. Thank you, Jane. I'm sorry. And then we have CC Coils as well. Don't forget to support our sponsors. Check out the sponsor links and information in the channel on the Discord. Drop them a DM for 25% off. Who needs underpants for an extra 25% off for the first 10 people that use the code for CC Coils? All your coilage needs. Go get some Fralians or some frame staples or Hughes Claptons or mouth to lung aliens. I don't know. He could do everything. But we also have in chat today, we have a Puddle Jumper 84. Hello, Pedo. We've got Emily K, the lovely Emily. Hello.
Hello.
We have Kaz, evening. We've got Pasty as well. How are we doing, Pasty? We've got Free Rider Vapor. Vaping pastry, yes. We've got Andy Summerfield. What's up, Granddad? And I'm getting flipped off right now at the screen, I can tell. Mo Bros in chat. Mo's in chat. We've got Faxi M's82. How we doing? Also, Vapor Queen Becky. How we doing, Becky? We have ourselves. Scroll up, and it just did the thing where it jumps. Connor Smith. How we doing, Connor? Good evening. Mowgli Vapes is here. So he typed something. Thank you for typing something. Vapor Bunny. Bunny, the lovely moderator in chat. Keeping us all safe from the scary outside world. We've got Nikki Maynard. How we doing? We've got Red. What's up, Red? We've got Seamus. How we doing, Seamus?
That's a name I've not seen before.
Seamus Right 37. And that about catches us up. So, welcome everyone. Thanks for watching the show. I appreciate you all.
Welcome.
And yeah, we're just gonna awkwardly talk about random things that pop up in our heads. Anything going on in anyone's world this week, Mike? Anything?
What's going on in my world? Apart from the usual of caring for mum, I don't know if I told you guys, but I finally got a diagnosis for my back.
Oh, yeah.
That is, I've been told all the discs in my lower back and lumbar region have collapsed.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So,
That sounds excruciating.
was it later on this month? I'll start physio, and I've got to wait until December until I see the neurosurgical team.
Oh.
And from what I can gather, that's going to be injection straight into the spine.
Fun. So wait, would you say you're getting a spinal tap?
Hey.
Quite possibly.
Ooh. I just
Yeah.
picture, why do I just picture the needle being like, 20 centimeters long and just like
So they're not going to put you on one of them spinning table things. You know, they have them like sideways and they fucking strap you to them and spin you around and then leave you upside down for a little bit.
He's gonna get the rack, you know, where they tie your arms and legs and just yank you apart, like stretch you out.
That would actually relieve a lot of pain. That would.
Oh well, you should just get one then, Mike. Why do I picture Mike on the inversion table? You know those things where you like, flip upside down, dangling from your ankles.
Yeah.
Next week's show, that's Mike is just gonna be upside down in the background.
Maybe.
It's a little bit of like, you know, pain relief, but it's also a fetish as well.
It's like Wheel of Fortune. It's spinning him around. It's like,
Yeah. Just have someone throwing knives at him the whole time.
yeah.
No. It'll be me upside down with all the blood rushing to my head, throwing knives at people.
See, someone would be throwing knives, you'd catch them and throw them back. That's what it would be.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Oh, man.
That's just when I pull the axes out from behind me on the table.
Or you ever see Back to the Future 2 where, what was it? Marty's dad is like dangling from his ankles with like the hover thing. And it's like, oh, he threw his back out again. Oh, Dad. Oh. Some of the worst practical makeup effects I've ever seen is that movie. Oh my God.
And funny, as long as the needles have ink in them, I won't mind that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, don't tell me you're afraid of injections, Mike.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Having injections direct into the spine, yeah.
Yeah, but what if it feels better after?
It might feel better after.
That's going to hurt like a bitch.
Exactly.
They numb it up. They must numb it with something.
Yeah, they probably would.
I mean, that's what they do with like for your dentist and whatnot. They numb it up before they even put the Novocaine in.
Or if someone's having a kid in it and they have to have one of them epidural things.
The Novocaine.
Is it epidural where they inject into the spine to numb from the waist down or something?
Yeah. The Novocaine and lidocaine is what they use to numb your mouth at the dentist.
They have the little gel stuff that they rub on beforehand. I don't know. Well, I hope they do. Mike, are you going to a dodgy dentist where they just
It's like, I'm just going to put my fingers in your mouth.
Connor asked you a question here in chat. He said, Mike, are you and Grizz planning another watch party soon?
I will speak to Grizz soon and I'll let you know, Connor. But I would imagine so. There are a few films we still need to watch.
What are you going to watch?
I don't know yet. It's horrors.
You know what you should watch? Human Centipede 3.
For fuck's
It's
sake.
terrible.
Cuttlefish or vanilla paste?
And films are just gross.
I know, but they're terrible though. It's so bad. The acting is awful. Like the gore effects and everything. It's meant to be cheesy and corny, and it's not meant to be taken seriously. Like there are very few horror films that I'm actually grossed out by or like scared of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I first saw the first Hostel, that one was like very like psychologically scary, right? It's very tense, but it wasn't like.
I wouldn't even say it was psychologically scary.
Well, you probably laugh the whole time. You're like, oh well, I would have killed him this way.
I mean, to me, a psychological horror is something like The Shining.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lot of like actual horror stuff, but it some of the scenes could be quite shocking though if you think about it. Like, the music really makes that film, to be honest. I think.
Yeah. That is a good score. I've got to admit.
Creepy.
Yeah, I think I've got that score on the hard drive somewhere.
It just plays. You put it on before you go to bed. Just it's like your version of ASMR. CC Coyle said he laughed at Hostel. Of course you did, because
why am I not surprised at that?
Yeah. I feel like he watches horror movies and like just has on a loop like screaming and chainsaw sounds when he's just building coils, just sitting there.
Yep. I mean, the first film that Grizz and I did the watch party on when we started doing the horror show was not Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What was it? No, it wasn't. What's that one with the fucking bloke in the? What was it, Connor? Can't think of the name of it now. It was one of the Rob Zombie films.
Oh, House of Thousand Corpses?
That's the one.
Yeah. The Fish Boy. Yeah, it's a Fish Boy. I love that
No,
film.
Bubba Hotep was the second one, Bunny.
Big shout out, Headshot Hetty, latest subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. That's my buddy Sam. Hi, Sam.
The two films that I'm actually looking forward to this year that I want to do watch parties on is Cocaine Bear.
Yes. Would you class that as horror?
They reckon it is classed as a horror.
Okay, fair.
And the other one is the new Dracula film with Nicolas Cage.
Oh. I feel like Nick Cage is a mental patient. Like, he has done some of the weirdest films. You got to give the guy credit, right? He's got some range.
He has got some range and he's a bloody good actor. He's very underrated.
I agree. I think it's the memes, it's always the memes that like are kind of tarnishing his reputation because there's so many good Nick Cage memes out there. But
yeah,
to be fair, like as an actor, I think he's brilliant.
To be fair, his acting skills are fucking brilliant. But the one thing that lets him down is his lack of facial expressions.
I disagree. I mean, look at the meme itself. The Nick Cage meme where his eyes are all wide open, like.
Yeah, but literally every film that he does, it's the same facial expressions. There's
What about Face Off, eh? Huh?
Well, okay, yeah.
Face Off.
Con Air is still one of my favorite films. It's such a guilty pleasure. His
Yeah,
southern
it's a good
accent
film.
is not good, but
And yeah, as Connor said, Blood and Honey as well.
oh, Blood and Honey, god damn, that looks good too. You know what would make a good film as well, like in that same genre, would be you ever see the game Choo Choo Charles?
No,
Oh man, it's a horror game based on it's kind of like Thomas the Tank Engine, where it's a train with a face, and it's chasing you constantly. So
No thanks.
yeah, but it's did I mention the fact that it has spider legs and is like
no.
it's like an Aldrich horror thing, one of those giant beast things that's from otherworldly. But Choo Choo Charles, really interesting. Nick, check the Discord.
one computer game that I think would make a good film. And it's classed as a horror game. And it's the Mortuary's Assistant.
Wow.
Never heard of that.
I've heard of it. I've never played it.
I've watched Grizz play it on his Twitch a few times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's basically you play the Mortuary's Assistant, and you have the graveyard shift.
Ooh.
And basically, you've got to do the autopsies and find out which of the corpses in your freezer is the one that's going to be possessed by the end of the night.
Lovely.
That sounds like fun.
Ooh, I think Mo should play some horror games, honestly.
Oh, man.
Stream them.
Horror doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. It's the fucking jump scares that get me. My heart's on my ass most of the time when I'm watching fucking the thought of like horror and stuff like that. It doesn't bother me. It's the fucking jump scares, the one that catch you off guard, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of those games out there that are just really cheesy, jump scary kind of games. Like that's like a whole Five Nights at Freddy's thing, where it's like most of the game is perfectly calm until you get caught by one of those animatronic things and it's rah right in front of your face.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you got me. Well played.
I can't do jump scares, man. I could play horror games all day long, but jump scares,
One of
no.
my favorite
That.
horror games is called Prey, and it's
Oh yeah, yeah.
you have no weapons. Your only means of escape is by hiding, and you have to hide correctly, otherwise they'll get you. And as the monsters get closer to you, your screen starts to glitch out and get fuzzy. And
Yeah.
if they end up catching you, it's like one big glitch, and it's like, and it's like terrifying.
I saw one a few years ago. Markiplier was playing it, and there was a horror game, and he was in. I'm sure it was in like an old haunted house or something, and there was this monster in there, but because obviously you're wearing a headset and he's got his mic because he's recording it or streaming it or whatever, and the monster in the game can hear you breathing and stuff like that, and when you
Jeez.
speak, it comes to where you are. And then as soon as it gets close, you hold your breath and it can't see or hear you. And one of the best ones, he was hiding under a table. He was like, oh, I managed to get away from the... And then it runs and looks straight at him under the table, and he's holding his breath until it goes away. It's fucking creepy as fuck. I can't remember the name of the game, though, but it's so scary.
See, I love playing games that make me jump.
Yeah, this
just-
is fucking
it
horrible.
It absolute agony when I fucking jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, maybe after the injections, you'll be all right, and you can start playing some more horror games, Mike. I was gonna say there's a whole thing with the SCP Foundation. You ever hear of that?
No,
No.
So, SCP Foundation is essentially like a creepypasta, and it's a collective creepypasta. So it's open source. Anyone can add stuff to the official group and website, but they have to be approved by like the moderators and whatnot. So essentially, do you know what a creepypasta is? Does everyone know? No, what?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
a creepy what?
Creepypasta. Okay, it's a play on words.
That's what I thought he was saying was creepy pasta. I was like, what's that? Fucking the stuff you get at Halloween?
So it's a play on words because earlier days of the internet, it was a copy and paste meme where you would copy it and send it to your friends, and it's just scary stories, right? So but the world has like really explored a lot of these big old creepypastas. One of them, my favorite, is the Russian sleep experiment. Do yourself a favor and either go on YouTube and listen to someone read it, or read it yourself, because it's actually kind of terrifying. But yeah, they're just scary stories, and people have expanded upon these to make games and like videos and skits and stuff like that. People dress up like the characters and all that. There's like I don't know, man. There's a ton of them. The top. Let's look it up here. We're gonna Google. Do a Google here. Top 10 creepypastas. Oh, but yeah, it's a play on words for copy paste, which obviously you copy and paste stuff to your friends. So we have Pen Pal, The Rake, The Russian Sleep Experiment, Siren Head, Slender Man was originally creepypasta, Ted the Caver, Torture Soup, and Zalgo. So there's just a ton of them, though. There's a ton of creepypastas, and people expand on these ideas and change them a little bit too. There's a lot of really good ones, but with that, SCP Foundation is one of those, and it kind of became its own separate thing. And SCP is Secure, Contain, Protect. That's what it stands for. It's all about containing eldritch horrors. And it's like they have one that's similar to the Weeping Angels, right? Where if you have to maintain direct line of sight, otherwise the creature moves. And that one is really terrifying because you can't blink or anything. And they made a game. They made a game out of this whole thing, and it has a blink meter, so it gives you like a little timer until you blink. And it's like you have to time everything just right, because if you blink and it's right next to you, it'll get you. Yeah.
Connor, to answer your question, I honestly do not know. But one type of film that does freak the hell out of me is one that have marionettes.
So Team America. Oh wait, no.
Team America.
Marionettes, eh? That's really?
Well, you know, like the ventriloquist dummies,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Dying.
They freak the hell out of me.
So like Annabelle, would that freak you out?
A little bit.
Why of all things, inanimate objects?
2 seconds.
I know. I mean, the film Puppet Master. Absolute pathetic film, but the dummy freaked the hell out of me.
What about Saw?
Right.
Saw's not too bad. Saw is more of a comedy.
Comedy. I tell you what, though, you think about it logically, right? So the writer of the Saw films, you've got to think, like, they've actually put a lot of thought into some of these fucking traps and things.
I love the traps. The traps are genius. The shotgun headset thing, that thing was awesome.
Yeah.
Like Chucky, again, I found that to be a comedy.
Yeah, Chucky does a lot of one-liners and quips and stuff, so I don't
I
find
saw that when I was a kid. I saw the first Child's Play film, and that fucking gave me nightmares for months because I was only little when I saw that. I was like, maybe I should not have watched this film.
right before bed in the dark. Yeah, sure. On Halloween.
Horrible.
I mean, it's like Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Yeah.
I watched the first film when I was 6, 7 years old,
Jesus.
and I absolutely laughed my head off the whole way through.
Well, again, but Freddy, just like a lot of the other like 80s and early 90s stuff, then
they brought out the Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors, was it?
Yeah.
Right, and you had that one scene where Freddy was acting as a puppet master, where he slit the kid's ankles, pulled the veins out, slit his wrists, pulled the veins out, and you just saw the veins hanging off his finger knives.
Ooh.
And he was like using him as a puppet. That scene just freaked the hell out of me.
That's kind of creepy.
What about the blood geyser? That was cool.
That's cool, yeah. That sort of thing don't bother me.
But like I was saying, like the 80s and 90s, like horror movies, a lot of them were cheesy one-liners, though. Freddy was constantly just spouting out lines like that, and you do laugh. You can laugh. It's fine. Yep. I laugh at a lot of... I laugh mostly at bad practical effects. Like, there was... I forget what film it was, but me and my buddies were all sitting around drinking a few beers, and there was just... The TV was on, and it was just on some, like, movie, and it was a horror movie, and I don't know what it was, but it was supposed to freak you out because it was a cat jumping through a window, and it was like played the meow kind of sound effect. But the way it was, first of all, it was obviously like a stuffed animal kind of cat. It wasn't a real cat. And I'm like, we were just dying laughing over the fact that I know that there was some guy sitting outside that window holding onto the stuffed cat. And it was like, the director's like, okay, and now like throw the cat. Just chucks the cat through the window. And we were just like, just dying laughing over that. I'm just like, that's what takes all of the sense of dread and everything out of movies, like horror movies for me. Cause I'm like, just bad practical effects or special effects for them.
Dog Soldiers was bad for that.
Dog Soldiers is a brilliant film, though.
It's a good film, but the effects in it are fucking really bad.
Well, it was a low budget film.
Yeah, I do. Some of the low budget films are class. There was one called, fucking hell. It was based in New Zealand, and it was people being attacked by zombie sheep. And whenever you got bitten by it.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. You get bitten on the leg, and they start turning into zombie sheep, and they're like,
are you talking about Llamageddon now? Well, there's two of them. There's two of them. Oh no. So that was just called Zombie Sheep. That one was called Zombie Sheep. There is another one.
Now,
called...
if that was actually a thing, Mo would be fucked.
Oh no, Mo! Why'd you have to? You just
like...
set yourself up for that one.
I didn't mean to. I was talking about cheesy effects in films.
So there's another one. There's another film, and it's called Llamageddon, and it's terrible. But I
want to see it.
I love cheesy horror movies so much.
Yeah.
Llamageddon is so bad. It looks like it was filmed with someone's Sony Handycam in an evening, and it's like all based on like a party. And like the llamas are actually aliens, and they like kill all these people at this party, and no one knows what's going on for half the movie. And then finally they realize it's the llamas, and they try to escape. And it's so bad. It's such a bad movie. But it's a good bad movie. If you want to see really bad cheesy horror movies, just check out Amazon Prime Video. There's a ton of them on there.
I know.
Oh man.
What about okay?
If you get scared of Walking Dead, try Fear the Walking Dead.
Ooh.
That's a lot better than the original Walking Dead.
We're watching Cobra Kai again.
I really want to watch horror movies with people that get freaked out by horror movies because, like, it would be funny to me.
Em can't watch horrors.
Oh,
she can't do them at all.
No?
No. Not even mild horrors, you know?
Wait, is Em one of these with the pillow?
Yes.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
Like,
that's when you want your brother hiding down behind the sofa or something.
It's a pair of eyes.
Speaking of sofa, there's a film about a possessed sofa.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
I
haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. I'm not sure if it was you that was talking about it before.
It's just called Killer Sofa. I think it's another one from where was it? I think it was from New Zealand as well, I think. Can't remember. But either way, it's a movie about a killer sofa. And I don't know how else to explain it. It's just that bad.
Here's someone rummaging for change in the back of the sofa. It's like, my arm! And they just pull out a stump. Is it something like that?
I mean, kind of. It's
I dropped an onion ring.
So I actually just Googled it. It's like it was one of those cursed, possessed chair things from Enchanted by a Girl, starts committing crimes of passion. A couple detectives find themselves fighting their own demons while trying to solve a strange case. Yeah, so it's voodoo and possession and all that. But it's bad, but good bad, you know what I mean? That one was actually filmed well and like it had decent, looked like it had a budget, not Sony Handycam level Llamageddon. There's also the Velocipaster. Yes, you heard that right. Velocipaster.
What the fuck?
Yep. It's I think that one was a pastor, like a werewolf, but instead of turning into a werewolf, it's a raptor for whatever reason. This one I don't know if I've seen this one. I might have. It's called.
When you say pasta, do you mean a pasta as in a vicar, or
yes,
as in pasta as the Italian dish?
No, I mean a vicar.
Molto bene, molto bene.
So there's another one. I think I have seen this one actually. It's called Carousel, as in carousel.
The name just screams bad movie.
But Carousel, which is about a possessed carousel horse going around killing people. I think it's meant to be a unicorn, I believe, because I think it stabs people with its horn.
I remember. It was when I was a teenager. I think it was the first time I actually watched The Shining.
Oh.
And at the time, we lived in a Victorian house, right? Still had the original wooden window frames and that. And it was in the summer, top window was open. Now, in the Victorian houses, the top windows had the two metal things with the knobs on them that you had to latch the window open with. So the window was fully open. It decided to close one latch at a time until it was completely shut.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Nope. Nope.
That did freak the fuck out of me.
I get scared by stuff in real life, but I don't think I've ever been scared by a movie. Honest with you. You just know it's a movie. You just, when you're scared, you kind of just go, it's a movie. There are, like, obviously the movies
based on true story ones are bad, though.
Yeah, I guess, but honestly, half the stuff that's out nowadays, like all the true crime stuff, I mean, shit, we have people making true crime stuff all the time about real life stuff that's way worse than any movie I've seen, and it's terrifying. Like serial killers and just weird, freaky events and all this stuff. It's that's more freaky to me, is like stuff that's based on real life. This world is terrifying if you actually look into things, and you don't hear about half of this stuff too. It's like not everything makes the national news, even though it could be like really bad.
Brain dead. Fucking hell. That made my mate spew. We were watching it. A load of us lads when we were in school watched it. It was like, oh, let's watch this film. What was it? Brain Dead. It's gory as fuck. And my mate Nath, he said, boys, I gotta go. And he walked out, right? And we all left at the end of the night after we watched the film and stuff. And I was leaving. It was one of our mates lived above a shop. And we came downstairs, went out to the street, say bye to the lads and everything. I was like, what the fuck is that? And there was just heat spewed from the doorway of our mate's house all the way down the street to his house after watching that film. Spewed everywhere, all about the pavement.
Yeah, I just found that film to be a complete and utter comedy.
Yeah, it was like that fucking, was it with Quaid?
And Seamus, that new Avatar film is literally just a homage to all that bloke's other fucking films that he's produced.
Isn't that like 7 hours long or some shit? The new one.
It's about 3.5 hours.
How is it?
3.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that.
Did they design it to like torture people with? Is it supposed to be like that, or?
There is just so many references to his other films. It is unreal.
No.
It's actually quite pathetic.
Subliminal messages in there, or like blatantly obvious?
Blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. All the CGI work in there that they've done, absolutely fucking stunning. It was a stunning film. But the storyline to it, with the amount of references to his old films, you might as well have just watched all his old films again.
Yeah, or put an advert at the end of the film.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this one, why not check out our other films? Fucking hell.
I mean, yeah, I watched it, but it was one of those films that you wished you'd fell asleep watching it. It was that bad.
Yeah, you've got to hand it to them. The CGI is fucking epic in those films. Like, but
I don't know. I saw like the little, like the soldier characters, and I'm just like, no, why? Oh, man, I might have to have like a movie watching night or something on Discord, because there's so many that I'm just now discovering that look really good. Oh,
yeah, I must admit I'm the same, Connor. I don't like the Lord of the Rings films, and the original Hobbit or Lord of the Rings cartoon, that was absolutely fucking brilliant. But the films with Elijah Wood and that, fuck right off.
Oh, geez,
I hated Elijah Wood playing Frodo, and what's his name? The one who played Legolas. Can't remember the bloke's name. Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
they were the wrong people for those roles. The best character in all those films was Gimli.
Yeah. It's more comic relief, though, more than anything. Which is unfortunate, but, you know. I don't know. I haven't seen him in years.
Fuck did Steam Element delete that comment?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I was just looking back at them now, and there's nothing like
No.
reason why it should have been any of them.
I'll have a look.
Pathetic fucking wanker Stream Element.
I know. I've tried unthinging it.
But like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you a horror movie that I actually got scared from. To be honest, I've watched a lot of really horrible, like as in like what most people consider scary movies. But just, I don't know. I haven't really been that freaked out with them.
I'm trying to think of one that really fucking put the shits at me, but I can't, like, off the top of my head. Apart from ones that I saw when I was a kid. But like I said, it's always jump scares. Like, the plots don't really get me, but
yeah.
It's the,
See, I mean, again, with the jump scares, right? It's always the inanimate things that makes me jump.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, it's like I can't remember if it was The Ring or The Grudge. One of them. I think what was the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar in it?
I can't remember. I've seen both films, but I can't remember which one she was in.
Oh, I think that was The Ring, and she went to the closet or the where they put the laundry sort of thing, and she opened the door and a cat jumped out. That made me jump.
Yeah, but it's just a jump scare, though. I don't know. Jump scares are so cheesy. Yeah,
they're cheesy if they have like a little bit of music building up. So you're like, right, jump scare in a minute. It's like the ones that don't have that music build up.
If it's like
they're the fuckers.
If it's dead silent and then all of a sudden, like that, it's like
that's it. Yeah,
it's like, oh, whoa, okay, you got me. Congrats, movie. I don't know, man. Like, I've watched all the classics, you know, that the ones that everyone loves. And I mean, I like those movies. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Children of the Corn for on its own merit, and I like all the slasher films. And I don't know. I watched The Fly.
The Fly.
I watched The Fly too.
Goldblum. I watched The Fly too. The original The Fly with what's his name?
Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Very good film, but he's another actor I cannot stand.
Life finds a way.
That was awesome.
What is it? Reanimator, Hellraiser.
Fucking hell.
Hellraiser films are actually brilliant.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. Original Texas Chainsaw.
Yep.
Original Hills Have Eyes.
Yep.
They're fucking crying.
I remember.
Cemetery. Yeah.
Have you seen a film called The Last Rite?
Sounds familiar. Is who's in it?
It's not an old film.
Oh God.
That's right. I'll have to look it up.
It's how can I put it? It's supposed to be kind of similar to The Exorcist sort of thing, or in that genre of horror films, but it's not as scary.
Was that with oh my God, who is it? For some reason Google says that one's a comedy, so that can't be the right one. Oh, okay, yeah, I spelled it wrong. That's why.
So I mean, the film itself is not scary.
Yeah.
Right, but the bloke who played the girl's boyfriend, right, is one fucking hell of an actor. That's all I can say. Because watching that film, all I wanted to do is put my fist through the screen every time his face was on screen. It was just the way that he played the complete narcissistic wanktane.
Yeah, no, I can't do spiders.
Oh, no. No.
Is it weird that we
Fuck
can
that.
deal with all this blood, gore, hauntings, etc., but not spiders? I think it is. I don't know, because I don't have arachnophobia, so I can't really.
I do.
Yeah,
know.
I do have arachnophobia.
It's
If
like
I see a money spider, I turn into Lympha Christie.
fitting fucking windows and stuff like that. And when we're stripping the old windows out, especially wooden ones, you get some monster fucking spiders on them.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't see anything inherently wrong with spiders. They do some good in the world as well. So
Yeah, they do, but it's the fast fuckers that, like, you can feel them crawling on your neck or your fucking arm or something, and you don't even realize they're there. It's like, no, thank you.
Enough about them eight-legged freaks, because Bunny has serious issues with them.
Yeah,
I'm just
horrible.
gonna say that to cap it off. I don't mind spiders, but I would not want to go to Australia.
No, fuck that. I've got relatives over there, and I haven't been purely for that reason. If you deal with anything else, Komodo dragons, yeah, they're gonna get you. But nah, fuck that. Anything that can run at 40 mile an hour and eat birds, nah, fuck that.
Okay, enough about that. We got to move on. Don't freak out our moderator here. But I guess some of these movies will play up to people's fears, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, fear of the dark, fear of the unknown, fear of the ocean, open ocean. You know.
But there's horror films out there that you'll see, right? And I don't know if anyone in chat or any of you lads will agree. Is like you'll see a certain film, and it's never been a trigger, like it triggers a fear in you until you see that certain thing in a film, and you think, "Fuck that."
Mm.
You know, even if it's a super scary film and you're like, normally it wouldn't bother you, but then you see something in there that triggers a fear that you didn't know you had, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, they're the fuckers you've got to watch.
I'm trying to think of something that actually like scares me.
I remember when Arachnophobia first came out as a film.
I remember that. I was only little, I think.
My mate turned around to me and said, "You got to come cinema with me and watch it. It will help you get over your fear of them." Okay, fine, I'll try it. I'm not joking you. I turned into the biggest gibbering knobstick you've ever seen.
I don't blame you, to be fair.
I mean, it's not fair though, because it's like you have an actual legitimate fear, you know, and it's like,
yeah,
if let's say I was scared of the open ocean and someone's trying to get me to watch like, you know, a movie that was all about just being alone on a boat in the middle of nowhere, I would probably get freaked out too. I feel like there's like fear of like just being alone, unknown, but not. Yeah, it's like kind of the fear of the unknown, but it's almost like fear of thinking you're alone but not being alone, kind of thing. Because like there are times like I live in a house with a whole family, kids and pets and everything else. But late at night, sometimes I'll go out to like the kitchen or something to get something to eat, and there's like one light on in the kitchen under the stove cooker, and it shines out and all the way into the living room, but it doesn't, make it all that far. So sometimes, especially if my eyes are not adjusted, I'll go out there and it'll just fade to black, right? And that's kind of what my fear is, where it's just like super dark and creepy, and like especially if I'm watching stuff like whether it be commentary on ARGs or stories or whatever. Like I watch some horror YouTube stuff, and I'll go out into the kitchen. I'll be like, just kind of skate
Garth
across
of Wayne's World, isn't it?
kind of tiptoe inadvertently, right? Or if I have to like go to the bathroom, it's right across the hall, but I just like run in there, turn the lights on, and be like, okay.
I mean, I know where my arachnophobia came from. And it was when I was a little kid, walking through the woods in what was my local park. And I didn't see it, I just walked straight through a web at face.
No.
And it was before I used to wear glasses, and I had the spider stuck right across my eye.
That'll do it.
Fucking thank you.
Yeah.
Like.
And you know how they have the two big pincers type things,
Yeah, them
fang
fucking
type things.
mandibles.
Yeah, that was going like that next to my. Nope.
I'd be howling like a fucking banshee.
That's why Mike carries around like a little can of hairspray and a torch at all times. Just blast the fuckers.
You sure?
Well, okay, you could do it with like spray deodorant and stuff too.
I was going to say, at least make it a can of Lynx, for fuck's sake.
Just flamethrower the bastards. Yeah, I think I don't have a fear of spiders because as a kid, we used to play with Daddy Longlegs all the time. They would just let them crawl all over us and just, I don't know. They're harmless little guys. But like actual like wolf spiders, I just avoid them. Shoo them away with something, and I don't know.
Yeah,
but
fuck that.
Those are the scary ones around us, and they're only about 2-3 inch around. They're pretty small. Some of them can get a little bigger, but they never really freaked me out. I just avoided them when I saw them. I guess if it was a case of like, it would probably scare me if one landed on me out of nowhere, but I don't think I don't know. Rarely has that ever happened.
If I saw a spider that size in this house, the fucker would keep the house.
Oh shit.
I'm looking round at the fucking beams now. You see my camera go off and hear me screaming like a fucking 13-year-old girl. Ah! Get the hairspray, get the hairspray.
That is one animal. Just no. No.
I'm not a huge fan of snakes, but I wouldn't say I have a phobia. Big
Snakes,
giant snakes?
Love them.
Yeah, I've got no problem with snakes at all.
But like,
I'll happily hold a snake.
Big anaconda level snakes?
Yeah. I've held a 7, I think it was a boa constrictor, and it weighed 7.5 stone. And I had that around my neck, and it was gripping around my arms and everything.
Yeah, one of my mates used to have a Burmese python for a pet. That was, I'd like to say, about 15 foot when it died.
Fucking hell.
Like,
even that wasn't big on snake scale, but
I had a ball python one time, like a friend of mine, and he let me hold it, and I had a hoodie on, so it like sat in the hoodie. It kind of poked its head out, and it like went down the neck hole into the sleeve, kind of burrowed there for a little while, and then like came back around, went to the other sleeve, just kind of like slithered all around him. I had no problem with it. But when a snake is big enough to where it can wrap around your entire body, and just if it decides to squeeze, good luck.
No, Lisa. First time I saw your picture that you put on Facebook, I actually launched my phone.
Red says
Lisa has one of those little tiny jumping spiders.
Oh yeah, the little cute ones. Those are adorable.
They're not fucking cute. Anything with 8 legs that can jump.
It's adorable. It's got a little name and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
There's like videos
like,
on
here,
Facebook.
do you want to hold him? And he just goes boing. Where the fuck did he go? Ah, no one move.
Red says top 3 has got to be The Shining, Exorcist, and Psycho. I mean, those are 3 big classics. I mean,
yeah,
everyone can agree that Those are great films.
Although when it comes to The Exorcist, I would have to say it's got to be the director's cut, though.
Yeah, director's cuts are always better. I
Uh,
find.
The director's cut was a lot better than the released version.
but
You get all the deleted scenes, don't you?
those three movies all have something in common where they're a very slow build up, but when it like actually like gets scary, it gets really scary really fast.
Mm.
So yeah.
I mean, why from the original version of The Exorcist they cut the scene of her crab walking down the stairs?
Yeah.
What was wrong with that?
You got to remember though, it's came out a while ago, so could have been a censor thing or something like that. There's a lot of things that they cut out of films to appease different markets.
Yeah,
To because like there's a lot of stuff you can't show in Asian countries. There's a lot of stuff you can't show in Germany. Germany has like laws against certain things that you can and can't show. So I don't know. It's really weird how that works.
Fucking butt rope.
I don't know. I do like the slow burn kind of films though, like the ones where the tension builds mostly. Like
yeah.
I like thriller films too, like Silence of the Lambs,
Oh yeah.
Wasn't inherently scary, but it was definitely freaky. Or even yet like the second one, Hannibal.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah.
at the end, spoiler alert, with the whole brain thing.
Hello, Clarice. Last night I had a friend for dinner.
Yeah. So it's like those kind of things, not scary, not horror, but it's just like freaky.
Psychological, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of psychological. Or you know what film I really enjoy is The Cube.
I've never actually watched that.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's a good one. It's more of a thriller or anything than a horror, but it's the sense of thinking you're alone and then finding out that you're not alone and then just kind of thinking how many other people could be trapped in this thing. And it's also
Is that The Cube? Is that the one with Halle Berry?
no, unless it was The Cube 2. Hypercube. Cube. I don't know if there's any big names. Cube movie. There we go. Cube movie, 1997. Where's the cast? Kazan. David Worth, Quentin McNeil, Joan Levin, Dr. Helen Holloway, Renee.
What's the film I'm thinking of then?
Oh, the actors' names. I'm reading the actual name of the character. Jesus. Andrew Miller, David Hewlett, Maurice Dean Wint, Paul DeBauer, Nikki Wadangny, sure, Wayne Robson, and Julian Richings. This is apparently a Canadian film. Apparently, did not know that. Huh. Well, this one is about a cube. They're in a maze, right? Maze is cube shaped. There's different rooms on all sides, and they open the doors and crawl through to the next room. But the rooms have traps, and they're trying to get their way out.
Right. Okay.
So more psychological than anything else. Few little kind of gory scenes in there, but nothing too like crazy. But I thought it was a really good film. Very, very psychological.
I cannot stand sci-fi horrors either.
Example.
Horrors set in space.
Ooh. What you mean like what is it? Jason X?
Yeah, I thought that was pathetic.
I know, that was pretty sad.
Even Alien.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was absolutely. I had no interest in that at all.
There was what was it? Apollo 18, I want to say, was the one where there's something on the moon kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I watched that one. I thought it was pretty okay. Horror film set in space. Aliens. It is black meh. Critters 4. Oh god. Event Horizon. Predator, but
Oh,
that's dealing with an outer worldly being, not so much set in space. Nicolas Cage, color out of space. That's interesting. There you go, Mike. That's two birds, one stone right there for you.
what's that?
Well, it's a horror film set in space with starring Nicolas Cage.
I think I'll pass.
You didn't like Alien. How did you what?
I thought it was boring.
Really? That's blasphemous.
Absolute fucking pish.
Hmm. There's a lot of those films, right? So like I've watched them all in a row one time, and I don't know. I thought they were pretty good. I just think like those people should have known better, I guess, at the start, where it's like, oh look, it's a shitload of eggs. Yeah, nope.
It's
That's a
shitload
whole
of
bunch of
eggs.
nope. Face huggers, man. That's actually kind of terrifying. I actually got freaked out in the Matrix when Neo had the little worm thing implanted in him. That's freaky.
Yeah.
Like anything where it's like what do you call it? A parasite. Ooh, freaky.
Have you not seen them parasites that actually eats fish's tongues and then attaches its own body to where the stump of the tongue is?
Ugh.
Okay, here we go.
That sounds
Tongue eating
fucking...
louse. It's like the alien thing, like the mini little tongue thing sticking out. Oh, that's freaky though. It's just it's I can't not laugh because the fish opens its mouth and there's this little thing going hello.
It doesn't kill the fish, Mo.
Doesn't it?
No, it doesn't kill the fish. It just attaches itself to where the fish's tongue was. So then, as the fish eats, the fish is actually feeding the parasite.
Well, the whole thing is, with a parasite, it's not meant to kill the host. It's a being that lives off another being. Like,
Yeah, but eventually it would starve it, wouldn't it?
No,
it shares the food.
Cheers.
I'll just take a little bit. I'll take a little bit with my little mouth. You take the big bit with your big mouth. Yeah.
You done with eating that?
Yeah. Can I have the rest? You gonna eat that? I'll eat that. Oh, that really kind of like makes the whole alien thing less scary, I guess. But parasites though, yeah, man, parasites are crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the new Last of Us.
no, not yet.
Show.
I haven't watched it yet.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna binge it. I know, Mike, you're gonna binge it. I actually haven't watched last week's episode, so I'm a little behind. But the game comes out on March 28th, which I'm super excited for. As soon as that comes out, I'm gonna start playing it. But well, for PC, I should say, because it's been out on console for years and years.
Mhm.
But they're doing like a remaster for PC, and I'm pretty excited about that. But that is a movie about parasites.
No, it's a series.
Well, it's a series. Okay, yes, it's a series about parasites, right? But the games and whatnot. But it's about spores, like going out into the air and attaching themselves to the human hosts and making them into like zombie-like creatures. So it's kind of a twofer with that one for horror because it's like parasites and zombies. You have your classic different types where it's like, oh, the clickers and the bloaters and stuff like that. You got your fast ones, Then you have your slow, lumberous kind of ones. I like the idea of a zombie apocalypse. I think I
You
bet
could. There's a place. There's a place. A couple of hours from me, and they do. There's a certain part of a town or where they do full-on zombie apocalypses, and you have to like get away from them. They're people in makeup and stuff, but you have to like survive and shit.
Yeah, they used to do that at an airsoft site called the Mall.
Ah, cool.
Zombie apocalypse airsoft nights.
cool. Is it actually a mall?
It was a disused shopping mall, yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yes, please. Yeah, stuff like that. That's awesome. But like, I think Mike would fare probably the best out of all three of us in zombie apocalypse. He uses big blades. They don't have to be reloaded. They never run out of ammo. He's skilled with them. He's got survivalist skills. He's not afraid to live in nature, except for spiders.
Yeah.
And, self-defense, that whole thing. You'd probably fare the best out of all of us, Mike. Not gonna lie.
I was gonna say, like, if I went to one of these fucking zombie apocalypse things, where the zombies are fucking chasing you up the street and shit and hiding in shop doorways and stuff, fucking. I used to do fucking mixed martial arts and kickboxing and stuff, and I'm sure some of that would take over. Be like, no, I'm not a real zombie. Stop hitting me.
Sweep the
Trying to
leg,
bludgeon
Mo.
them with whatever you've got.
Sweep the leg. Yeah, you just pick up a
Sweep
cinder
the
block
leg
and
and run.
ah!
Damn, it's me.
You're like, oh, why'd you break character? Damn it.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I've actually got a set of butterfly swords on order.
Butterfly
Ooh.
swords?
Yeah, butterfly swords.
That like a giant butterfly knife?
No, butterfly swords are they're about so big. They're short swords.
Oh,
they
they're like
click
dagger kind
together.
of. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. They two click together, so you can have like one double bladed.
Oh, cool.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
They're ancient Chinese sword.
Oh, they got etchings and stuff on them all.
These ones haven't. No, they're modern made ones.
Ooh. Sounds cool though.
You should get an engraver, start engraving them.
But no, I mean, when I was doing Wing Chun, we trained to use butterfly swords in that.
Nice.
Because the swords are so short, they're just like an extension of your hand.
Mm.
Dual wield.
Ah,
I feel like that's why all the places. I don't know. Do you guys have axe throwing places over there?
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like that's why all those axe throwing places opened up, is to prepare us all for the inevitable zombie apocalypse.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but every time I go camping, we do axe throwing.
I mean, yeah, you see
Cool.
a big block of wood and you have an axe. You're gonna
No.
throw it.
No, when we're sitting around a campfire, we play chicken.
What? Jesus.
Chicken. Fucking hell. Throwing axes.
Like, you gotta relax, man.
I am.
I don't like being on edge every time I go camping in the woods.
Wear decent boots, the axe ain't going to go through.
Oh, lovely. I'm the one
Fucking
that
hell.
wears...
Yeah, if it catches you in the bridge of the foot, though, you're not laughing.
Right? It's like, oh, how's your weekend? Chop all my toes off, but,
Yeah. I can wear size 4s now.
like Mike's survival instincts kick into gear, and he's got like the like hot metal poker thing on the fire. He just instantly slaps it on the chopped off toes to cauterize the wound. Ah!
Yeah, no. See, I wanted to do the kickboxing, but because I'm a fat fuck, I went down the Wing Chun route because it's an easy martial art that anyone can do.
Mm.
Well,
Shit, I'm going to have to go in a sec. I'm looking, the neighbours are away, so I'm looking after their cats for the weekend.
you have a voice clip?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, before you go, we'll do the voice clip then. I'll let you do that. But now I want to watch some horror movies. Maybe if anyone wants to join me in Discord, let me know.
I've
Or
never
play a
done
horror
these
game. I don't know.
things.
Hmm.
Right, I need to fucking do.
You'll have a look in my file, see what ones I've got, Nick.
What movies?
Yeah,
Can do if you want.
I've got over 400 gigs worth of horror films on the hard drive.
Jesus, Mike.
Fucking hell, Mike. Right, let's have a look. Have I got this fucking clip? Is this the right one? Okay. All right, then. Okay, are you ready to hear the clip?
Yes.
Right, okay, so this one is from ITV's This Morning, which is their breakfast show, Nick, if you don't know what that is.
Okay.
Which is fucking, can get a bit hairy at times. So this is from ITV's This Morning, and it says, presenter Holly interviews a gardener about their giant pumpkin and shows them what a member of the team has brought into the show. So here we go.
I mean, that's incredible. Is there a site called bigmarrow.com? Because I don't know whether you can see this, but David, who is head of wardrobe here at This Morning, created this monster. I mean, it's not quite as impressive as yours.
Well, it started off as a courgette.
It did start off as a courgette, and it's quite on the large side. So in order to progress this to your sort of size, it's just water and love, really.
I think we should say, really be very careful before you Google bigmarrow.com.
There we go.
I'll play it again.
That's your don't Google it moment of the week.
I mean, that's incredible. Is there a site called bigmarrow.com? Because I don't know whether you can see this, but David, who is head of wardrobe here at This Morning, created this monster. I mean, it's not quite as impressive as yours.
Well, it started off as a courgette.
It did start off as a courgette, and it's quite on the large side. So in order to progress this to your sort of size, it's just water and love, really.
I think we should say, really be very careful before you Google bigmarrow.com.
Oh, God.
Of the week.
That's good stuff.
The way he puts a little disclaimer in there at the end.
Yeah, don't Google it. There you go. And
Bigmarrow.com. Fuck it.
well, there we go. Don't forget, guys, if you have some voice clips of your own, put them in the Undesirables Funny Audio Clips channel. Links to YouTube videos and stuff like that are all perfect. That way I can play them on the show. But Mo, thank you for that. As always, amazing.
You're welcome.
So we got off on the horror tangent this time. See, that's what happens when you don't plan the shows out. You just never know where you're gonna end up, and I love it. But yeah, now I want to watch horror movies and play horror games on my computer. That's what I'll do for the rest of the day. But I think we should wrap it up there if that's the case. If Mo's got to go, so
You got no dad jokes then, Nick?
no.
Oh, yeah, do a dad joke.
Okay, I'll do a dad joke. All right,
Do a dad joke.
I'll do some dad jokes. Real quick one-liners here. A few of them. Got a huge master list. And scroll down here. Best dad joke puns. Ooh. What does garlic do when it gets hot? It takes its cloves off. Oh. Oh, God. Mountains aren't just funny. They're hill areas. Get it? Hill areas, right? What do clouds wear? Thunderwear. One more. Let's see. What did the janitor... Go on.
I was going to say, did you know hookers don't fart?
Oh?
They let out little prositoots.
Oh, God. That's a very British joke, by the way, Mike. I love it. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! God, that was terrible.
Fuck.
I apologize. For that one. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all you guys being here and just watch us natter for about an hour. And same thing next week. Yay!
Yay!
Who knows what we'll get up to. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Jane Dodd from Shy Tots E-Liquid and Shy Tots, skincare.
Facials.
Oh, that's
Shy Tots Facials.
it's a different website. We have the coupon code. What's your favorite cheese for 20% off everything that she has on offer. Don't forget to check her out on the Discord link. We've got all sorts of skincare supplies, beard oils, and of course the award-winning e-liquids. Make sure you give those a try. Also, CC Coils. Thanks for being here as well, buddy. We got 25% discount code. First of all, the normal code is Jay needs a slap, but the new discount code for the first 10 people to use it is Who Needs Underpants. You get an extra 25% off all your coiled goodness. That's my promo for the week. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Mike and Mo, always good to have a quick chat every week.
Yes,
And,
sir.
I will, be playing video games and watching movies for the rest of the day. Mo, anything to say on the way out?
Yes, thank you to everyone for tuning in / listening. If you've got us on in the background or whichever you're doing. Thanks to the sponsors and to the moderators and to Nick and Mike once again. It's been a good crack. And it's brilliant because fucking we never know which direction the show is going to go. So it's worth tuning in every week. Get some memes in there. And with the voice clips, if you are putting them in Discord, I will have a skim through them and I'll probably pick a favorite or something and play it on there if there's some good ones in there.
Hopefully we get that volume of clips in there that we have to actually moderate them a bit. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would vet the clips. I won't pick one directly out of thing. Oh. But yeah, thank you to everybody for tuning in once again. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Mike, anything to say?
Everyone pretty much said it. So see you all next week.
Nice one. All right. Well, like I said, good seeing everybody. Good show. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone. Don't forget,
Bye-bye.
hashtag piss flaps.
Piss flaps.